You might have to tell us again.
Okay. So
I'm Chef Elon.
And I'm Chef Tiffany.
And we are Nashville. I'm Elon Washington, originally from Aurora, Colorado.
I'm Tiffany, and I'm originally from Tennessee.
I've been a chef for the past 7 years. I started cooking at the Art Institute of Nashville, and from there I've just kind of progressed. I started working with the Viking Cooking School in Franklin, and for the past 7 years I've been with Vanderbilt University cooking there, and now I supervise a dining hall.
I'm from Murfreesboro. I went to the Art Institute as well, but I went well before she did because I'm kind of older. But I've been cooking for about 15 years. I've been everywhere in all kinds of kitchens because that's how I learned. I'm currently at Restoration Hardware. And yeah, we started together at Avo. We met at Avo. It was the first raw vegan restaurant in Nashville, up under Just Rice. And we met there, and then we started doing catering separately. And I would contact her and be like, hey, can you help me with this? And vice versa. And so from there, we were just we might as well link up and do it together.
We were together, we were working with this company called Eco Village, and we were just kind of getting the wheels turning with our business and starting our own vegan concept. And so from there, we kind of just were playing around with names, and I kind of came up with the concept of Respect the Chef. And I was kind of playing around with it a few years ago, and then we kind of came up with Respect the Plate. And then it was it just sounded cool, and it was just it gave a spin and different thing. And people always, when they say it, they're like, you better respect that damn plate. It's just they always throw a cuss word into it. They always change it up, and they're like, oh yeah, we really love that name. So it really attracts a lot of people. So we love our choice of name.
We find excitement finding the ways to make what you wouldn't think was vegan, like fried chicken and pork chops and steaks and sausages and hamburgers and things like that.
I first started working through this app called Thumbtack, and that created a different window, and it gave us really a lot of exposure to other clients that we normally wouldn't work with, people that we know. So it opened it up to all races, all nationalities, and that kind of became our base. So it was really a mix of people, as well as our vegan events. We're really surprised at the turnout. Most of the time when people do come, sometimes it's our friends to support us, and it's strangers off the street that may have heard about one of our dishes or one of our dinners. So it just really depends. But Nashville has a average of about 100 restaurants coming monthly. So it's really hard to jump into that market, and these places have brick and mortar locations, and we're private chefs. We're coming to you to service you. And so sometimes it's harder to market when, like I said, there's other popular chefs that are out there of another race, that may have a bigger name. So it's just we're sometimes looked down upon, and then we're kind of looked over. But then when people do come and show up to our events, they're just, usually wowed by the food and the things that we can put together. Making
our
own
vegan
cheeses
tickets are really cheap. For our vegan dinners, they can be anywhere between $25 to $50 for a 5-course meal.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And when you go into another city, another state, and they're paying $200 per person. We particularly chose not to be those ones that sold plates out of the house.
Yeah.
We
never.
We thought about it for sure, but we were just nah, we just don't want to be those people who sell plates out of the house. For one, it's illegal. It's illegal. And for you, say we were, and we were booming, and we got caught. That could penalize us down the line in order for us to grow and do something different and to get our own spot. Here, this is our roasted garlic chickpea hummus. It's just a traditional hummus, but I roasted the garlic. And right here we got pickled veg, but it's Bloody Mary pickled vegetables. So I pickled the celery the olives and the carrots and Bloody Mary mix in my pickle mixture. And then the cucumbers and fresh local peaches and flowers.
Like I said, I've been living in Antioch for a while now, and it's just like it's so hard to go and find somewhere to actually have a healthy meal, or like just to get a smoothie. You can't, like, everywhere you go is fast food, chain restaurants. There's just nothing out there. And so I've been looking at locations in Antioch because I would love to change that. Like, let us just change your mind. Even have a night where you can come in, pay $10 and just taste the food and let us talk to you about it so you can learn the nutritional values and just changing your diet and how it can affect you and your overall health and well-being. Like, there's so many effects to these diets. Our chef that we learned from, I think she weighed over 200 pounds. She's smaller than we are at this point, all because of a vegan diet. So we know the possibilities, and we've actually helped some people change their diets through meal plans into vegan diets. So we would love to just keep growing with that, and especially in the Black community all over Nashville.